Is it the faith? Or is it the belief? Or is it just a miracle? Millions and millions are coming together without any barrier of age, without any barrier of religion. The young, the aged, the rich, the poor, the religious and the non-religious, people from all over the world. We are witnessing one of the largest congregations of humanity. Beyond anyone's imagination, beyond anyone's expectations, beyond anyone's comprehension, a divine order in the holy chaos. A sacred tradition, the supreme pilgrimage, a holy confluence of three rivers, rarest of the rare celestial phenomena. Welcome to the Maha Kumbh. A global event, the largest congregation of humanity, once in a lifetime opportunity, the dip in Triveni Sangam. Maha Kumbh is happening after 144 years. Maha Kumbh, Maha Kumbh, Maha Kumbh. Wherever you go, whomever you meet, there's only one topic, it's Maha Kumbh. Every news channel, every post on social media, it's about Maha Kumbh. People are sharing loads of information on social media. The arrangements at Prayagraj, their stay, their food. They're sharing every possible information on social media. People have different stories, different experiences about Maha Kumbh. Some had very comfortable journey. For some, it was a struggle. Some were disappointed. And few lost their life. Everyone had a different kind of experience in Maha Kumbh. Here is my story, a solo journey to Maha Kumbh. When Maha Kumbh began on January 13th, everyone around me was very excited. Many asked me if I was planning or taking a group of friends or relatives to Kumbh Mela. Initially, I was not too drawn or inclined or even motivated to plan a trip. I had decided that I wouldn't be spending so much money just to go all the way and take a dip. But suddenly one day, something moved. Things started to happen. Everything started to fall in place. I just booked my flight tickets from Bangalore to Lucknow as flying to Prayagraj was very expensive. It was not a planned trip at all. I had no fixed plans for the journey from Lucknow, no fixed place to stay or any arrangements in Prayagraj. Absolutely clueless about how things were going to be, I was ready to travel to Lucknow and figure it out next. I strongly believe in when the universe conspires, everything becomes magical. And magic happened. A friend arranged for a cab from Lucknow to Prayagraj. Someone booked a single tent for stay, and slowly things started to fall in place. The initial resistance gradually faded. No one in my family has ever visited Kumbh, and this was one great opportunity for me to witness Maha Kumbh and leave my story behind for the future generations. With that thought in my mind, I set out on a solo journey to Maha Kumbh. I went as a backpacker, packing just the basics. I set out to an unknown place with a lot of uncertainties on my mind. On landing at Lucknow late in the evening, I was grateful for the cab arrangement. The usual 4 hours journey by road took more than 8 hours. Traffic jam was unimaginable. I had to abandon the cab as we reached closer to Prayagraj. So here I am, the Prayagraj, Maha Kumbh. I started from Lucknow at around 8 o'clock in a cab, but cab couldn't make it till sector 8. So I left the cab sometime back and started walking. It's morning 3 a.m. This is how it is. There's nobody. Just nobody. To reach sector 8, I need to cross River Gange. I'm pretty excited. Still, the feeling has to set in that I am in Maha Kumbh. Till this time, it's all running around from home to airport, airport to Lucknow, from Lucknow take a cab, and I'm here now. Slowly, it started sinking in that I'm in Prayagraj for the Maha Kumbh. Somehow I reached my accommodation, freshened up and rested a bit. These are the tents. This is where I'm going to stay. The whole focus was to go to Triveni Sangam early and take a dip. I thought Sangam was just about 5 kilometers from where I stayed. And I started walking. There was not much rush when I started. But as time passed, I don't know from where people started coming in. There was a sea of crowd around. Still, my focus was to reach Triveni Sangam before there's a huge rush. After walking the whole distance, I was totally disappointed. I was nowhere close to Triveni Sangam. I was closer to Sangam, where they had made arrangements to take a dip for all the common people. I was so disappointed.
I wasn't seeing any possibility of reaching the Triveni Sangam. I started to feel that there are three kumbhs happening here. One was exclusively for VIPs who got direct access, and the other for the rich who could easily go to Triveni Sangam. And the rest of us had to be satisfied with a dip in Sangam. But the wish to go to Triveni Sangam was still alive. I didn't want to compromise. I started asking people about how to reach Triveni Sangam, and surprisingly, even the locals had no clue about anything. Each day, every hour, they make spontaneous decisions of opening the bridges and the gates depending on the rush. Nothing is predictable there, and no one is aware of anything. Everything was just futile. No way I could walk another 16 kilometers to the other side of the river. That too through that large crowd. Also, because of the VIP movement on that day, lot of paths were blocked. This was a very huge disappointment. I just settled into the situation and took a dip in Ganga, thinking that is it for me. Later in the day, I managed to go around and visit temples, the akhadas, met a few Naga Babas and sadhus, and got immersed into whatever was happening around me. But one thing was constantly nagging in me. I wanted and I wished to take a dip in Triveni Sangam. And my whole intention for this trip was taking a dip in Triveni Sangam. I made inquiries with everyone around and in the camp where I stayed. I wanted to find all possible ways to going there. I was so tired at the end of the day. I just crashed in my basic tent facility. But the thought of wanting to take a dip in the Triveni Sangam was still persistent.
Yesterday, the whole day I tried to take a dip in Triveni Sangam, or you can say the Sangam nose point, but I could not because of the crowd, because of the road blockages, because of VIP movements. But today, it's Monday, and I don't want to take any chance. It's morning, 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I've already started. I've started walking towards Triveni Sangam, and I want to take a dip. Excuse me.
I woke up at 1 a.m., quickly got ready to try my luck. I just walked into the direction that I knew would take me to Triveni Sangam. Initially, not many people were around me, and that gave me more hopes and probability of being lucky for a dip. But during daybreak, I was already one among the many people in that large crowd. So many. I cannot imagine so many started coming from all the directions, from every lane, from every pathway. People were just pouring in and pouring in. For the first time, I got very scared of being in a crowd. I had walked 16 kilometers, and on reaching closer to the river, which was totally visible, my mind went totally blank. I was not able to comprehend what was happening around me. I was not able to assess the situation. I was unable to take a step further. The only thought was I shouldn't go further and I have to go back now. I was dreading the crowd. I don't know how I decided not to go further and started walking away from the river, which was so close and visible. It took a while for me to come back to my senses. In all this chaos, I was still thinking of having a dip in Triveni Sangam. One last hope was calling that man who gave me his phone number. Quickly I called and luckily he responded. I was asked to reach Sector 21 and that he would be waiting for me there. I still had so much disbelief. It was not an easy task at all to find the route and steer myself into that direction. Again, so much to walk and I had to reach before 6 a.m. I just ran in that direction. I didn't know from where I got that strength to run. The disbelief was greater than the hope at this point in time. And I saw a young boy waiting for me there. Now, my disbelief strengthened more. Does he even know anything? Does he even have a boat? But that boy simply held my hand and started taking me through the crowd towards the river. I was not confident. I didn't believe him, but I was just following him. I offered my prayers to River Gange and followed him like a child. We crossed a floating barricade and he asked me to get onto a small boat. Again, I was wondering, is it really his boat? Can he even steer into the river? While my mind was racing with all kinds of thoughts of disbelief, we slowly started to sail.
Finally, I'm in this boat, small boat. I just can't believe I'm doing this. I waited for this for 2 days and finally it is happening. I still can't believe it's happening. Look at the crowd. चले?
That was the moment. The moment of shift in my whole energy. The moment that turned so magical. The moment where my mind shifted from disbelief to the trust. It was finally happening. My wish to take a dip in Triveni Sangam was finally happening. I became so emotional. I didn't know how to express it. Tears of joy just started flowing. I called my family to show them what was happening around me. I can only say some magic or miracle happened. I felt so blessed and overjoyed.
Finally, I'm here at Prayagraj, witnessing the Maha Kumbh. And right now, at this point in time, I'm here at Triveni Sangam. My right side, it's Yamuna, and here it's Gange. And we are right in the middle at Triveni Sangam. You don't know how much I have struggled to be here, right at Triveni Sangam. I'm feeling so blessed. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. This is Triveni Sangam. Wow. I'm blessed.
I was still in that zone of how magical everything was. I got to know that all the boat rides were stopped during that morning and no boats would be allowed to sail. On hearing this, I was dazed. Whatever happened an hour ago, was it a miracle? Did it really happen? I started walking back with lots of gratitude in my heart. Now my face was lit up and I had a constant smile. I felt as if I left behind all my anger, all my disbelief during my dip. I realized in that whole chaos there was an order. I was feeling like a new person, a new me coming back from Triveni Sangam. Now I saw the whole Mela with a different perspective and enjoyed the whole vibrant atmosphere. I could see that each and every person was walking with faith or belief or devotion. The sadhus, the nagas, the devotees, the gurus, the commoner, the rich, the poor, the tourist, each and every one is coming with just one intention: to take a dip in that Triveni Sangam. I was moved seeing so many determined people pouring from near and far, from far, far away countries. Such an event on such a large scale can happen only in our country. I walked with pride, witnessing the magnanimity of Maha Kumbh. Maha Kumbh Mela is rich showcase of our culture, of our spiritual heritage and our ancient traditions. It is bringing together people from all walks of life, from all over the world. This celestial phenomena is happening after 144 years in our own country during our lifetime. I felt blessed to be part of such a large congregation. I felt blessed that I was able to take a dip in that divine Triveni Sangam. Is it the faith? Or is it the belief? Or is it just a miracle?